Just 20 years ago, Rwanda was in ruins after a brutal genocide. But now it's become one of Africa's surprising success stories. One reason, it's homegrown entrepreneurs, some of whom are trained by a program started right here at CBN. Ephraim Graham joins us from Regent University campus.
George, Regent University is helping hundreds of Rwandans turn bright ideas into thriving businesses. I'm here outside the School of Global Leadership and Entrepreneurship. And from right here in Virginia Beach, its students and faculty are making a huge impact on the lives of people more than 7,000 miles away in Kigali. Rwanda was once called a tropical Switzerland in the heart of Africa. Today, that beauty has returned to the landscape and to the faces in this East African nation.
When you look around in town, you can see that the country has a direction.
Many credit President Paul Kagame for giving the country that direction.
To want a prosperous nation, to want your people to have ownership.
It was Kagame and the Rwandan Patriotic Front that led its people out of genocide in 1994. This land of 1,000 hills saw nearly 1 million people killed in just 100 days of ethnic violence. During that time, Serge Kamari returned to Rwanda from Congo and joined the RPF army in fighting.
There were so many problems going on. One time you have one group of people who are killing the others, and you also have another group of people who are working hard to stop the killing and to also bring back so many Rwandans that were living outside of the country. And it happened. That's one thing that I'm proud of being Rwandan, that we solved our own problem.
Serge is now helping boost his country's growing economy. He owns Jalen's Bakery, a spot for tourists and Rwandan transplants to socialize, satisfy their sweet tooth, and even grab a freshly baked bagel.
It's only 2.5 months that we're here, and it is a success.
Kamari began writing his business plan as a student at Rwanda's Business Development Center, or BDC. It's a hands-on 14-week school created by Regent University's Center for Entrepreneurship.
It changed what I learned or knew about business. And one particular thing I remember is that they taught us to do business not from our head, but from our heart.
Serge Kamari is one of 200 entrepreneurs who learned to build a successful business through Regent's Development Center here in Rwanda. And that kind of success has allowed the school to expand its program to Uganda and India.
We exist to help transform people and nations using business.
Jason Benedict helped to get the center running.
The government here in Rwanda threw the door open for us and said, you know, we want to be the first. And so they actually helped make that happen.
We are among the top and fastest growing economies in Africa. So, well, and a place where doing business is convenient.
Jean Bosco Ayachu is the Development Center's CEO. The former banking executive is also a graduate with 2 successful businesses.
Our aim is to make sure that the graduate has a viable and a profitable business.
The BDC pairs graduates with mentors from around the world. Jean Bosco sees an even bigger lesson taught by the school.
How do you give back to the community? How do you support other individuals to reach their full potential?
That lesson comes to life back at Jalen's Bakery. The shop is named after Serge's wife, Jennifer Lynn, who came to Rwanda from Canada as a missionary.
I remember particularly they said it's good to find a business that you have the skill, or you know people who will work with you who have the skill. And I remember that in my own family, I have a wife who's an excellent baker.
It was just like, here's a gift from God. So that's how we're treating this place. It's a gift. And so we're responsible for that.
Serge and Jennifer employ 20 people, 17 of them struggling women.
They all come from situations where they would not be able to pay the rent, put food on the table, pay for school fees for their children. And they earn a small salary here, so they're able to do some of that. We help them out with their medical needs on top of that.
As they learn to make cookies, cakes, and cupcakes, Serge and Jennifer work
To get them to dream, to even think that they were created with purpose and that they have a role in the kingdom. And it's not about making money at all.
This bakery is a mini business development center.
Same sort of foundational sort of stuff. They've got to have, in 18 months to 2 years, they'll have their little feasible business plan. It's going to work. They can go and they can implement their business, and we'll help them, do that with whatever, they save some capital, we'll add to it, whatever that looks like. They can start their own entrepreneurial businesses. And, it's great that they work here. I love each one of them, but I want them to move beyond me.
It's a concept that can only add to the country's beauty. Ephraim Graham, CBN News, Kigali, Rwanda.